Welcome back to Nobody Told Me This Part Caregiving, Loss, and What Comes Next. I'm your host, Shelby Della Rosa. Today, we are going to look gently at a feeling that almost every caregiver experiences, but almost no one wants to talk about out loud. We're talking about relief and the heavy shadow of guilt that follows it. Let's take a breath together and begin. When your person dies after a long illness, the relief doesn't always hit you right away. In fact, it mostly never does. For me, it didn't. When my husband Rich died, I had two kids still at home, three adult kids, his parents, and so many others to think about. Managing everyone else's grief while trying to process my own was the first order of business. And then, of course, there's the paperwork, the absolute mountain of bureaucratic red tape that crashes down on you the moment someone dies. You're so busy surviving the immediate aftermath that you don't have time to feel much of anything else. But eventually, the dust settles, the phone calls slow down, and that's when the relief finally sneaks in. For me, it felt a little bit like stepping into the sunshine after a very long season of storms. I knew I needed to make myself learn how to live in the world again. So one day, while the kids were at school, I decided to go to our neighborhood Chili's for lunch. That was always a family favorite kind of place. I didn't tell anyone I was going. I just went. Now, I've always loved to people watch, but I also brought a book in my purse because I like to read while I eat, even though I know it's a really bad habit. I ordered my meal and I just sat there in the booth. Out of 15 years of deep caregiving habit, I automatically reached into my purse to check my phone. I wanted to make sure the ringer was up as high as it could go, just in case there was an emergency at home. And then it hit me. I didn't have to do that anymore. There was no emergency waiting. I could quietly take my time. I could enjoy my food. There was absolutely no need to rush home just in case. And right there, sitting alone in a Chili's booth, I was immediately swamped with a wave of suffocating guilt. If you felt that wave, I want you to look at me, or in this case, listen to my voice, and hear this clearly. Relief is going to happen, and you're almost certainly going to feel guilty about it. Because the brutal, heartbreaking truth of caregiving loss is that your person had to die for you to get your breath back. And, my friend, that is okay. It hurts. It feels incredibly weird. I'm 16 years out, and sometimes it is still deeply uncomfortable to feel peace and sorrow at the exact same time. But relief doesn't mean that you didn't love them. Relief just means the battle is over. The suffering, both theirs and, let's be honest, yours, has stopped. This is part of moving forward. Notice I didn't say moving on. I hate that phrase. You're not leaving your person behind. You're carrying their love with you, but you're allowed to step out of the storm. I can't promise you that people won't judge you if you show a little bit of joy or relief. Some people might, but those people weren't in the trenches with you at 3 a.m. You're the only one who has walked exactly in your shoes. Be honest with yourself about what you're feeling and why. If you can, just let the feeling be. You don't have to fix it. You just have to survive it You're going to be okay. Thank you for sharing your time and energy with me today. Please remember that healing isn't about fixing your old self. It's about learning who you are now. If you want a quiet, no pressure space to feel less alone, you can receive my weekly emails by clicking in the link in the show notes below. Until the next time, take it one breath at a time. Take good care of yourself. You're worthy of it.